We're now going to look at some reactions that we actually did last year. And remember that what's important in each case is knowing the general reaction and then being able to apply it to each of the different substances that are given. So we're going to look at what happens when any metal reacts with an acid. The metals we're going to put into our table under the heading metal will be magnesium, zinc, copper, and iron. And the acids we're going to look at are hydrochloric acid and sulfuric acid. Remember, the general reaction is a metal plus an acid gives me a salt plus hydrogen. So let's randomly take an example and take, say, zinc plus, let's say, hydrochloric acid, HCl. And the salt that I'm going to form is zinc chloride. And hydrogen gas is diatomic, so it's H2. This zinc chloride, I need to take a look. Valency of zinc is always 2. Chlorine has a valency of 1. Which means that zinc chloride is ZnCl2, and then I need to balance the equation like that. I can use any metal and any acid to get a different reaction happening over here. This word salt means something very, very specific. It means a metal with a non-metal or a metal with a polyatomic ion. Salts are generally ionically bonded to one another. So let's take a look at one reaction. We're going to look at how zinc does react with hydrochloric acid and sulfuric acid. And what you'll notice in the reaction is that we have got bubbles. So here we have zinc, hydrochloric acid, and sulfuric acid. If I put some zinc into hydrochloric acid or zinc into sulfuric acid, I will see that both of them will start to form bubbles. Those bubbles that are being given off are hydrogen gas. The zinc in hydrochloric acid will form zinc chloride. Look over here, you're going to get a little explosion because of the hydrogen gas that's being given off. And the sulfuric acid with zinc is going to form zinc sulfate and hydrogen gas. Once again, we're going to land up with a pop sound from the hydrogen gas that is. Neither of those hydrogen pop sounds were very spectacular, but anyway, you do get hydrogen gas when a metal reacts with an acid. Whenever the acid is hydrochloric acid, you will get a chloride salt. Whenever it is sulfuric acid, you will get a sulfate salt. Nitric acid will form a nitrate salt. And phosphoric acid will form a phosphate salt. So let us say I decided to take copper and nitric acid, then I would form, let's say it's copper 2 nitrate, copper NO3 2 plus H2, and I get a nitrate salt from the metal plus acid, salt plus hydrogen. You really do need to know the salts that form from these 4 different acids. I'm going to sometimes give you general equations. So let's say something like potassium and sulfuric acid, and there are a whole lot more going down. But if I were to do potassium and sulfuric acid, the metal is potassium. Okay. Sulfuric acid, H2SO4. The salt is the metal sulfate, potassium sulfate, and hydrogen. And then I will balance the equation. You'll need to work through all of these. So from this video, you need to produce the table and you need to answer these 5 questions before going on to the next video. Link again, that is the link to the full video of zinc and hydrochloric and sulfuric acid.